All right, so here we're going to be finding percents of numbers. Now, with this, there are multiple ways of doing it, and I'm going to show at least 3 different ways to do each one of these. The first way is kind of the stereotypical, change it to a decimal. The second way is fractions, and the third way is kind of the hacky way, okay? So here we go. Way number 1, change it to a decimal. So with any of these, anytime you're doing calculations with percents, we want to change them to decimals, and it's always the same way. So you take your decimal point there. I'm looking at the 50%. We're going to move the decimal place over 2 spots. Okay, so in this case here, that's 0.5 or 0.5. Now in this case here, that word of in math is going to mean multiplication. Anytime you have an of by itself in math with no like sum or difference or whatever like that, it normally means multiply, and then 24. Now here, if you got a calculator, if you're like on your cell phone or something like that, feel free to do that. I'll go ahead and do it the long way. We have 24 times 0.5. Right, so there we go. So now we're doing 5 times 4, and that's going to make 20. Carry the 2, put the 0 down there, and then we're going to do 5 times 2 plus 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2, 12. Okay, so there we go on there. Now, with the decimal, we got to keep that in mind. So over here, we only have one number behind the decimal. So we move that, so we need one number behind the decimal with our product there. So 12.0, okay, or just 12. So this would equal 12. Okay, so 50% of 24 equals 12 using decimal method. Okay, we'll also do fractions later. So here we go. So now if we're going to do 25% of 32, move the decimal place over 2 spots, 1, 2. So that's going to be 0.25 of is times, and then 32 there. All right, so here we go. So we're doing 32 times 0.25. So now we do our long multiplication. 5 times 2, that's going to make 10. Carry the 1. 5 times 3 plus 1 is 15, 16. Now we do the 2 here. So that 2 there, we got to do our placeholder 0, goes there. And now we're doing 32 times 2. And this one, you can do the long multiplication if you want, but it's super easy. That's going to make a 4. 2 times 2 is a 4, and then the 2 times the 3 there is going to make a 6. Okay, and you could just double both numbers. You could do 3 times 2 and then 2 times 2. Okay, and then we draw our line and add straight down. 0 makes 0. 6 and 4 make 0 there. Carry the 1, because it was a 10. Carry the 1. So now we have 6, 7, 8. So there we go, 8. And then do remember our decimals there. I got 2 numbers behind the decimal and for my factors. So I need to move that decimal place over 2 spots there. So 25% of 32 is going to be 8. Okay, got that there. Last one that we're going to work on, and this is using the decimal method. So again, you can do this on your calculator also if you want, like cell phone, like if you're at a store or something like that. Here we have 65% of 20. So again, move that decimal place over 2 spots. So that's 0.65, and then we're doing the of, in this case is a times, 20 there. Now, using the decimal format procedure isn't always the best, and so we will be going over multiple ways here. So now we're doing, actually I want the 20 on the bottom times 0.65 this way. As a general rule, I put my smaller number on the bottom. It's still multiply. You can do, the 0.65 on the top or the bottom. So here we go. So in this case here, I don't even worry about that the 0 times 65 is 0, 0, right? So don't even bother with that. So now we do our placeholder 0, because I'm just looking at the 2 there. So now we're doing 2 times 5 is a 10, so 1, 0. And then 2 times 6, that's going to make 13, 12, and then plus the 1 makes 13. So 1, 3 goes there. I got 2 numbers after the decimal point in my factors, and so we move that over there. So that's going to equal 13. Okay, so now we've done all 3 of these using the decimal way of doing it. Next up is the fraction way. And I'll show, With math, I mean, there's lots of different ways of looking at things depending on how the numbers look. Okay, so here we go. So 50% of 24. So that's going to be change it into a fraction. Now that percent symbol there literally means over 100. So going from percents to fractions, super easy. And then we're doing times 24. Okay, now with any of these, we are pretending that this is going to be 24 over 1. When we get to the 32, it'll be 32 over 1. Okay, so now when we multiply our fractions, we're going to be top times top, numerator times numerator, over denominator times denominator. So here we go. So 50 times 24. Well, that's 24 times 50. Well, it's 24 times 5 with a 0 on the end. So I put the over there. And then, so that's, let's see here, 24 times 5. That's going to be 24 times 5, right? 4 times 5, 0. Carry the 2. And then 5 times 2 is 10. So, oh, wow, that's really similar to what I already did when we were doing the decimal way of doing these, okay? So with a lot of math, if you do it one way and then you see similar numbers, kind of try and remember, we got 120 goes there, and then with the 0 on the end though, remember we had a 0 on the end. That was 5 times 24, so we still got to keep, because it's 50 times 24, there we go. And then 100 times 1 is 100. Okay, now we reduce our fraction, and that's if you chose not to do reducing or cross canceling, and I can show those on the other ones. So divide by 10, divide by another 10, we got 12 over 1, or just 12. Okay, which we're going to get the same answer on all of these. Okay, so if you end up with something different, you did something wrong. Okay, or you spun your wheels and you did it too many different ways to get the same answer. So here we go, 25 over 30. So we're doing fractions again. So that's to be 25 over 100 times 32. Now on any of these, you can go ahead and reduce. So here we go. We could reduce this one. Should have reduced the top one as well, but just wanted to show it straight away. So on the 25 and 100, remember it's 32 over 1 there. 25 over 100, these are both divisible by 25. They're also divisible by 5, but you always want to pick the biggest one. So divide by 25, and that leaves us with a 1. Divide by 25, and that leaves us with a 4. Now, anytime you see the 25s, kind of the mental math hack that you want to do is think quarters, like money quarters. So if you have 4 quarters, that makes an even $1 or 100 cents, okay? So be thinking that way, and it makes the multiplying by 25 super easy, okay? So now when we go to do our multiplication straight across, I have 1 times 32, and that's going to equal 32. 32, and then I'm going to have 4 times 1, and that's going to make 4. And in this case here, now anytime you see fractions and you got to simplify, the first thing you look for is the bottom number, does the bottom number divide into the top one? If yes, then do the division. Now, if it's no, then you want to think, I need to reduce the fraction. So in this case here, 4 divides evenly into 32, and it makes 8, which is what we already got. Okay, so equals 8 there. All right, now the last one. We're doing 65% of 20. So change it into a fraction. So that's going to be 65 over 100, and then times 20. And we're thinking over 1. We're doing the fraction way here, okay? So we're thinking 20 over 1. So there we go. Reduce, right? 65 and 100. The other thing you can do too on this one, it might actually be quicker, is to do cross canceling. So in this case here, I can look this direction for my cross canceling. Oh, 20 and 100. Well, 20 divides both. So 20 divided by 20, that leaves us with a 1. 100 divided by 20, that's going to leave us with 5. So now when I multiply straight across, I have 65 times 1 over 5 times 1. And then 65 divided by 5. Well, 65 divided by 5 isn't one I have memorized. But if I break it down into easier ones, I can do it that way. So in this case here, and again, the bottom number does divide into the top number because 65 ends in a 5, so we know that. So now let's do, I can do 50 divided by 5. That's going to make it 10. And then remember, we're trying to do 65 though. We're trying to do 65. So I got another 15. Right? So the 50 and the 15 make the 65. So if you have any of these ones that you're trying to do and you don't really know it, break it down into smaller chunks. It's a way of estimating. So I'm estimating it's 50 divided by 5 is 10. So I know my answer is going to be more than 10, but how much more? Okay, in this case, another 3. So we got 13. 10 plus 3 makes 13, which is what we got over here. Okay, now for the kind of the Hacky method. All right, so let's look here. So this one does, for the most part, your Hacky methods are going to take, you got to know some stuff ahead of time. Okay, so if you have some things memorized, it makes that the Hacky methods go way faster. So in this case here, let's look at 50% of 24. Well, 50% is half. Okay, so remember when we did the fraction method, we did 50 over 100, and I didn't reduce. If I would have reduced, it would have made it a lot easier, okay? But if you do know that 50%, 50 over 100 equals 1/2, that means I'm just taking half of 24. Well, anytime you take half of something, that same thing is dividing by 2. So this top one here would have been way faster if you just did 24 divided by 2. Okay, just like that. Now, some people got this memorized. I mean, we got 24 hours in a day, 12 hours is halfway through, so you can kind of have it memorized like that. But this one's actually not too tricky either. Break it up into small chunks. This one here, each piece, the 10s and the 1s, they're both divisible by 2. So if I do 2 divided by 2, that makes 1. And then 4 divided by 2 makes 2. And there's 12. So you can take these fractions, and if you the percents, and if you have the fractions memorized, makes it go a lot faster. Okay, so hold on for that last one because I got a cool hack for that one as well. Okay, so here we go. So now we're doing 25% of 32. Well, 25%, again, if you're thinking quarters, 25% is 1/4 of a dollar. So we're thinking 1/4 of 32. Now, when we did it the fraction way and we did all the reducing and all that stuff, we ended up dividing by 4 at the end. But here, 1/4, or taking 1/4 of a number does mean divide by 4. So just do 32 divided by 4. For all the 25%, divide by 4. For all the 50%, divide by 2. Now, the 65%, that one's a little bit tricky to do. So in this case here, like, and again, we're thinking percents. So 65% is really close to 66%. Now, what I'm thinking is okay, I want to do like mental arithmetic. I just want to get a quick estimate. So if I'm going to estimate this one, well, 66%, that's also really close to 2/3. 66% and 2/3, they're almost the same. So in this case here, I can do 2/3 of 20. Well, in this case here, 2/3 of 20, well, that it doesn't actually go in easier. Times 20. So I can do 1/3 of numbers. That's kind of easy as well. 1/3 is just divide by 3. And then 2/3 means divide by 3 and then multiply by 2. So in my brain, this is what I want to do. I want to find 1/3 first. So that's finding 1/4, 1/4 is divide by 4. Finding 1/3 is divide by 3. Okay, and then after I find 1/3 of it, divide by 3, then I'm going to multiply by 2 to find 2/3. Well, 20, I can't divide by 3, but there's another number that's right next to 20 that I can divide by 3, and that's going to be 7, or 21. I'm sorry, 21. So in my brain, for an estimation, this is estimation, by the way. If you put this on a math test, you're going to get it wrong. So if I'm estimating, I'm going to call it 21 instead. Now I do 21 divided by 3, and that's going to make 7. And then I'm going to take that 7 times 2, and that's going to make 14. So my estimation is about 14. Now the real answer was 13. I mean, it's written right there. We still see it, but that's a way of estimating. So instead of 65%, think 2/3. Divide by 3. Well, I can't do 20 divided by 3, but I can do 21 divided by 3. So that's a way that you can estimate some of these percents, finding percent of a number that it's a little on the hacky side, and it's also just good for estimations. So I mean, like if you were done and you ended up with like 10 or 8 or something like that, some weird thing, instead of 13 or close to 14, you would know that you weren't very close. So so that's a way that you can do that. Anyhow, that's 3 strategies for finding percents of numbers. And again, it's a multiply by not a whole number. Okay, so how you do with multiplying by not whole numbers, that can be a little bit tricky. You can do the decimals and long multiplication. You can change it to a fraction and then reduce and then multiply. And sometimes those will clean up nice and easy. And then the third way is kind of a memorization way, to where it's I just remember 50% and 25%. Well, that's 1/2 or 1/4. So divide by or divide by. And then if you got some weird ones, you can do some estimations. You got to play around with it a little bit and kind of see how it would work. But again, this is still a fraction type multiplication, but estimation with the 65%. Anyhow, give that a try and subscribe for more tips.